Earlier in the year, he became the never-seen 17 world champion, and tonight he becomes a Grand Slam champion as John Cena is the brand new Intercontinental champion. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Interesting way to start off Raw. You know, I wouldn't complain if every Raw over the last 4 years or 5 years or 6 years that they started this way, where not only do you get John Cena, but you actually get a half-interesting promo and you actually get a match. How many times have we seen John Cena just make an appearance over the years? He comes out, says something, and then walks off. Nobody interrupting him, no conflict, no nothing like that. Tonight actually felt a wee bit more, I'm not going to call it old school, but it kind of did remind me of an opening to a show that you'd see from the past, where I'm trying to not include the Triple H stuff here because he's a big-nosed bastard that tries to steal all the attention. But from the Cena standpoint, you know, he was out in his hometown and he's getting interrupted by the heel. And then it eventually leads to a match. That basic formula is what we seem to get all the time. But you look at wrestling over the recent years and you've not really seen that. It's just been, guy comes out, says some words, walks away. Or a guy comes out, gets interrupted, other person says some words, and then that's it. Nothing happens. At least this like Mysterio came out to interrupt the hometown hero, and then they went back and forward on the mic, and Dominic's like, you know, his words got him into hot water essentially, and he had to defend his IC belt. I'm not saying that this is brilliant, but I do think it was one of the better things. I think it's one of the better openings. If you take away the fake Dana White, I think it was one of the better openings to Raw that we've had in a long, long time.
Sad thing is, it's probably the best thing this year, and that's not me dishing Cena or Dominic Mysterio, but you're right, basic formula, and it delivers results. I've no issue with the segment. Well, I've no issue with those two in the segment, and I thought the match was fun. Teased false finishes, and it actually had like psychology and a bit of a story to it. Right, so I've no issue with John and Dom. Right, I said it in the preview, it would be good, and it was good. Triple fucking H, my guys. Alright, kicks off the show, comes out, lists all his Cena's his accomplishments, his accolades, saying this, and it's almost like, look what I've brought you tonight, Boston. It was me, it was triple me. I brought him here. It wasn't anybody else brought him.
I'll save my rant for the Raw review, but when he brought up there's all these different ways and the best of all time is subjective, I was willing to bet that he was going to say, you know, some people say I'm the best of all time, or I thought he was going to bring up the fact that world titles could be a good way of determining who's the best, and obviously he's like in joint third place with 14. I'm really surprised that he never said that. I'm sure he was desperate to say it.
Oh, he was about to say that, right? But like you said, we'll save more of that rant for afterwards, but it's just riding Cena's coattails, that's all it is. And it's the exact same with Cody Rhodes. See, when I was doing the preview then afterwards when I uploaded it, I seen Cody Rhodes spot it in Boston. Cody Rhodes is like, it looks good on you, champ. Fuck you, Cody Rhodes. I actually cannot stand him. Why is he there?
Yeah, just people that, you know, aren't over, people that are, let's be honest, right now getting hated on. Cody's getting booed. You even seen when he appeared, he got booed when he was in the same scene with Cena. Triple H talked about this era being great, and fucking all you could hear was like crickets.
Nothing sums up the problem with wrestling when John Cena is standing across to Cody Rhodes and he's got the world and Cena's got the IC.
That's just wrong.
It's wrong, but the IC is now better than the world.
As for this match, I thought it was alright. It was pretty good. I didn't like the ending though. I mean, the fact that the ref didn't even... it would have made more sense if Cena like rolled up through and then hit the A after 2. The fact that he kind of just completely no-sold the frog splash and rolled him up into the AA, I don't understand that. It's not like he went for a crossbody and you could argue, oh, look, Cena countered it.
The momentum.
Yeah, like, this isn't a counter. This is Dominic actually hitting the manoeuvre and Cena just no-selling it. Or some people say, well, what about that time RVD, frog splash Kane, and then Kane grabbed him by the throat? Yeah, but that's fucking Kane. That was, and I'm not saying that we've had Super Cena, but this just didn't really seem like it was in Cena's
This
locker.
is old man Cena.
Yeah, when Kane did that, when Kane like no-sold that frog, that was like, oh, the monster Kane. That's something you expect for him. He sits up, got him grabbed by the throat, but I don't know. I didn't like the I didn't like the frogs. I think it would have made more sense if the referee counted to 2, then Cena rolled through, or something along those lines, or I don't know. You could have done something. I would have just done something other than that, and then Cena celebrates. I don't really think being a Grand Slam champion means that much, and to be honest, he's done it the wrong way. If you become a Grand Slam champion, you're supposed to progress and work your way through the ranks and win the minor belts first. Now, I get it. Cena, when he was coming through the ranks, was on SmackDown, and by the time he made it to Raw, he was already a world champion. So it didn't make sense for him to win the IC title. And then when he did drop into the mid card in like the mid 2010s for a bit, just to, I don't know, make room for the fake main eventer Seth Rollins, it was the US title that was on Raw. But I think if you look at the traditional way to be a Grand Slam champion, normally it would be working your way through the company, and you get a run with the mid card belt and then the IC belt or the tag belt. Sorry, then you work your way up to the world title. Cena's done it a bit ass backwards, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
you shouldn't need both the IC and US. I don't think so anyway.
Especially in a modern day era of brand
splits. Or do you need 4? I don't know. I mean, Shawn Michaels, I guess, had the European. I guess it depends, really. Either way.
My problem with this, so I think this belittles Cena. It's like, you're right. See if Rock, Austin, or Hogan came back, they wouldn't fucking want the mid-card belt.
Yeah, see when you're the never-seen 17-time champion and you've got that record, do you really want to go after this belt? Like, I'm trying to put it into the...
But it would be different if Cena was like, right, I'm going to do 5 more years, but I'm not Big Match John. You know, I'm just John Cena who's winding down. Like Ric Flair in 2005 winning the IC belt, different kettle of fish for like 1989. But yet there has to be like a level of acceptance. This is the guy that kicked out of like 7 finishers against the QB1 at SummerSlam, you know? So it doesn't work for me, brother. But it's the same with Becky Lynch. It's like, why has she got the IC belt if she's like full time? Isn't that beneath her?
No, I think it is. And yeah, for me, once you're at the top, there's some people that I think have been able to transition from being world champion down to IC champion and have made it work. Guys like Chris Jericho, guys like Kane, you mentioned Ric Flair. There's some people that I think can do it, but for me, John Cena just shouldn't really be one of those people. But it is what it is, guys. John Cena's the new champ. Decent start to Raw for a change. Till next time, peace.